Hi and a warm welcome back to the garden. In this video I'm going to show you what we do with our geraniums now that we're approaching getting into the end of July, beginning of August, in order to get a second flush of flowers. This is Geranium Nimbus and it has the most beautiful flowers. If you can just see there, they're absolutely spectacular. And we get a whole mound of flowers on this plant throughout the beginning of summer. And it grows a bit like a mound, but if you do give it something to climb up, you can see it does get quite tall. But as you can see from this, it's all going to these seed heads. And although these don't set viable seed, it will stop flowering if you leave it like this. It's not like some of the sterile plants that you have, like Geranium Roseanne, that just continues and continues flowering. So what we have to do with this is chop it right down to the ground, and then fresh foliage will emerge, followed by fresh flowers. So that's what I'm going to do now. So all we do is literally trace all these stems back to the base, and with a sharp pair of secateurs, you can also use shears, we chop all of this back. It does look quite brutal, but it will regrow and provide us with more flowers. Pull out some of the weeds that are around the base of this while we're here as well. I'm literally taking it right back. We can pull out any dead leaves that have now been uncovered and just chop some of these long stems fairly close to the base. And you'll probably see a few new leaves starting to grow when you uncover this as well. So we get all that out, pull out the weeds around it. So you're just left with two stumps. And then the very last thing is you need to get some either tomato feed, comfrey feed, or something like that that has a high level of potassium. Now potassium is the thing that makes the plants grow new flowers and helps to support fruit. So this is our homemade comfrey feed. It smells absolutely revolting, but it really does do the trick. So I'm going to give these a dousing with this beautiful liquid fertilizer. And if you don't know how to make the comfrey tea, I will put a link on the video for you to have a look to see how we make it. I'm giving it a really good feed with this. To see the label now. I'm not able to see that for a while. Really good drink with all that high potassium fertilizer. And then what we'll get first is a new flush of fresh foliage, and then before long we'll have not just the foliage but also the beautiful flowers. We did this last year around this time and this did do the trick. Now over the years I've tried to time the doing of this with the RHS Tatton flower show, which is actually on this week. It's just one of those ways of remembering. So you know about the Chelsea chop, that's widely talked about. Well, this is what I call the Tatton chop, and it's to do with our hardy geraniums. So the ones that have flowered towards the beginning of summer and are now looking a little bit out of steam, we can get them chopped right back and then reinvigorated with fresh flowers. And I'm not going to waste any of these flowers because these will be perfect in a vase. So I'll be taking these flowers and taking them indoors because they are too good to waste, and we should get a couple of more days out of seeing these. Hardy geraniums in general are really good garden plants. There's a range of different varieties, range of different colours, range of timings when they flower, and they're pretty much trouble free. They very rarely suffer with any kind of disease, and they're also great because they don't get eaten by slugs and snails. So if you're looking for something that's slug proof, please don't overlook the hardy geraniums because they're so easy to grow, so floriferous, and perfect plants that are slug proof. And if you look back now at Geranium Phaeum, which I chopped back towards the beginning of July, you'll now see that the fresh foliage is now emerging, and soon we will get some fresh flowers on that too. So I'm going to give that another feed just to try and further encourage it to produce a really good second flush of those beautiful flowers. So I'm going to leave the video there. Please give me a like, please subscribe if you've not already done so. If you do have any comments, please drop them in the comments box below, and please share with us the kind of geraniums that you grow at home, because it's great to hear how other people grow their geraniums and which types they grow, because we are quite fanatical about our geraniums. We do have a lot of varieties, and given a bigger garden we'd have even more because they're just perfect. They're just wonderful plants. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you very soon on the next. In the meantime, please do take care.